Hey everyone. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about my work in progress, my fantasy novel that I have been piecing together here and there for the last few years. Um, I've done some writings on like Nano and some other times, and I've gotten up to a few thousand words, but then it's just I didn't like how it was going. There are some elements from those things that I will be keeping, but part of writing a book is rewrites, you know, editing, removing characters, adding characters, changing names, etc. So, my main characters are Gemini twins. The basis of the story, or a good chunk of the plot, is dealing with zodiac signs, people living within the elements, the powers of the signs that they are born under. And in my story, Geminis are always twins. So far it's just the way it is. I have not gotten into a complicated history or reason for that. I'm just going by zodiac signs right now. That was the basic idea that I had. So I'm still working out some of the deeper details. But anyways, as I said, they are a pair of Gemini twins. So far, the names I'm working with are going to be Ayala and Pearl. I wanted names that had to do with air and the months of the Gemini, which is between May and June. Pearl, I believe, is June's like birthstone, and Ayala is a name that means whirlwind and some other things that has to do with like powerful wind and stuff. I kind of want to stick to the thing about, or the thing with them having names that was associated with their signs, whether that be the elements, the birthstones, birth flowers of the months of those signs. There's going to be people with just like regular names and everything, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to, have a lot of the main characters have names attached to those kind of things, something like a kind of symbolism or history or whatever behind those. Because I always love that in books. That's one of my favorite things. When you can draw upon, you know, histories, mythologies, other inspirations, I always think it's really clever and interesting how some authors can weave those into stories and, you know, pay respects to those and also make it their own thing in a way. So, my two characters, as Geminis, they have power over air. But I am also making a thing where there are cusp children who, because they are born so close to the next sign in the zodiac, that they sometimes, or they usually do, have a set of two powers. And them having power over air and water, because they are going into the Cancer sign, it causes a lot of problems for them. And I'm not going to say too much more on that. I'm still piecing everything together, but that's kind of like the main focus of the story, is these two sisters with a lot of power. Power that some people don't think they really should have. Another character, and I'm kind of struggling with her name. I have a few ideas, but she is going to be the princess of the Air Kingdom, and she is not really happy with the way that cusp children, especially the Gemini, like Cancer Cup's children, are treated. And there's going to be a lot of things going on with her as well. So she's going to be, you know, I guess a big side character, or even, I guess, another main character, if you want to call it that. Other than the two sisters, she's definitely going to be one that's going to show up a lot in the book. Another thing is I'm kind of toying with the idea of shape-shifting as well. Like, I think it would be really cool to do things like centaurs for like Sagittarius, or maybe like merfolk for some of the like water signs and stuff like that, or birds for the air signs. I don't know how big of a part it's going to play, but I think it might be something cool to kind of add. But that is just a little bit about my story. I'm struggling to find a title, and I know it's too soon for a title. I've barely written this thing, but you get to thinking about titles, and I don't want something that sounds too just, I don't know, straight up what it is, like Zodiac Children or Cursed Stars or something like that, right? I'm also trying to stay away from things like a blank of blank and blank that shows up in so many fantasy stories within like the last 10 years or so. Even though they sound really cool at times. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.